Change anything. Yeah.
Okay, so we're back.
No one's here yet. So if you're just joining us, we had to redo the live because the sound was bad. So welcome back to part 2 of the earlier one where we hadn't even started. And Kimball's going to be drawing little mermaids from these candies that we got at
Home Goods.
Home Goods.
I can't even tell you to like and subscribe. If I was you, I'd be out doing my own thing right now.
Well, we tried.
But thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for rejoining. Did you ask Jenna to let them know?
I did.
In the last stream. So Jenna's our site moderator. We asked her to let everyone know.
But I mean,
And if the sound's not working, we're just gonna have to bear with it and figure it out later.
Yeah. Look, now I'm all like thrown off mentally. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, well, which one are you doing? You gotta pull up the little coin.
I already did.
Okay, there it is. Well, I can't see it, but sounds better, Catherine says.
Well, that's good. Look, what if it was just Catherine's speakers?
It wasn't.
Well, that's good.
Yay, worth it.
Rocky worked it.
All right, I'm just going to, everything's going great. We just put that right in the center of the screen for me. Thanks, and then go ahead and start talking for a minute, but don't move it up.
Wait. Let's put something kind of contrast. What, you say start talking?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why? What am I talking about?
You can start arting now.
Oh, thank you.
You may begin.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, look, this one's already open.
Uh-oh.
That's gotta go in my mouth.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat?
These are all stickers. My collection is already complete. I didn't already snack on some.
Oh my God, is that like a record? It's like
Well, I pulled some off.
days in prison, chocolates eaten.
Listen, okay, I'm thinking I want her face up close, her hand touching the page.
Uh-huh.
She's very pale. I'm not going to draw her that pale. I mean, I guess she was underwater, gets no sun. That's her fault. Okay. Yeah. Let's see, left hand, thumb towards the head.
Maybe you could just draw it inappropriate, like the wrong way anyway.
Maybe. She's a mermaid. She's a rich American food.
Oh, we need to all congratulate our site moderator or our stream moderator, Jenna, and her husband Noah, because they just purchased a house and have officially been handed the keys and moved in. And it's a beautiful house.
Yeah.
New house party in Jenna's new craft room. It's twice the size of the old one. What, 3 times?
At least. Room is huge. All right. So
Trisha's just been put through the ringer today.
girl, I tell you, because Rocky, am I right?
She had to watch more ads, and then she was diverted to someone else watercoloring, and then she restarted about 6 times, and now we're back.
I hope it's worth it.
This is going to be the best thing Kimball's ever done in his entire life, just to make up for that.
You know what? This is like the second to last time we're going to be doing Kimball's Corner live in this room.
I know, everything's going to come from an iPhone after this, so we'll see how that goes. Because we're going to be living in a basement apartment, and then we'll be in some random shady hotel in the English countryside, and then we'll be, hopefully getting a place. A flat, as it were.
Yeah. Look, if I do it like this, then you can't see her tail.
Can you draw her tail coming up over here?
Well, that's what I was trying to think, is how... Well, I don't want to do on this page, because I might use, markers and stuff, which would bleed through.
Oh.
That picture on the other side. So I'm trying to think, how...
Trisha says it better be good, Kimball.
Trisha, no pressure! What's her top? Her top is this tealy blue. We'll go with the midtones for now.
I'll borrow that top.
Let's see.
On the bright side, I sold all my tool set today.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. Like a shady deal in the middle of the parking lot.
And we were trying to sell some Pokemon DVDs, so we went to this place called Soundgarden, they buy used DVDs and stuff. They bought one episode or one disc of one of the seasons, and then all the movies, and that was it. And then they turned back all the Blu-rays and DVDs we had. They were legit good movies, and said they couldn't buy them.
Yeah, well,
I was like, what? You bought one Pokemon movie and a couple other Pokemon episodes, and that was it?
I'm not really sure what the top looks like. It kind of reminds me of Aerials, but not. I don't know. We're gonna work with that later.
It's the general concept, Kimball.
Well, I made her 2 plus.
To the greatest drawing you've ever done.
Shut up. God, you're so you're freaking me out, man. I'm gonna give her probably big purple
Noah says, smash that like button like it landed on your arm and started sucking your blood. I wonder if Noah thinks about these throughout the week.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Let me see if I missed any more comments here. Sorry, guys. Jenna says that he does think about it. And you know what, Noah? We appreciate that dedication.
That is some effort right there.
We appreciate your dedication to Sparkle Motion.
She has like pinkish. Sorry, I'm off camera. I'm just looking for like a pink. Maybe this will work. She looks very creepy right now. Like, what am I even?
She does not.
No, she's beautiful.
It looks like one of the eye styles you were learning us last week, Kimball. You learned us.
Well, I hope you.
Well. We took all of the artwork off of our walls, and if you aren't aware, a surface that wasn't covered in art. So that was really depressing.
Yeah, the whole house is just void of art now. It's very weird.
But it does feel very good to have it done. And we basically packaged them all up together so they're going to be nice and safe for the transport.
Hopefully. I mean, the boat can sink.
Well, they're wrapped in plastic, so it should be fine.
They're probably like, well, this is too heavy. Let's just dump this cart overboard for this shipment.
Cut to you scuba diving out there.
No! All right, so for hair, but it's kind of like that.
Again, you can take liberties. Kim. We don't have to do exactly.
You know what? I do what I want.
Liberties.
That's just.
I don't know if everyone on the stream knows what Liberty is, but it's an insurance company, at least in America, and that's their little slogan, a little jingle.
Okay, so hair.
I feel like the person that had to come up with that jingle, it was like 2 a.m. and they had it due the next morning, and they had procrastinated.
They were just like, Liberty.
Basically.
What can I possibly do? Right,
and they're like, give him a raise.
We're going to hire him for the next
or her.
campaign. So that's going to go that way. So then maybe I'll have her tail over here. I don't like how big I made her bullfun busty top thing because she's supposed to be like a teenager. It's huge. So maybe I'll make her coming down and covering it. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. We'll work on that. We're going to give her like some finger tippy things because who doesn't like random colors?
Dipping their fingers into jam.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay, her bust is like driving me nuts. Like I hate it.
Seashells are bust, am I right?
I don't know where. Seriously,
Sandra says she's cute.
Something.
Catherine says Liberty was too lazy for lyrics.
This isn't gonna work. I don't know where any of my stuff is because everything's been packed and rearranged. Like,
oh my God, you're live. Don't worry, Kimball. It's all part of the journey to get to the greatest drawing ever.
shut up.
Can we just change the description of the live to Kimball's greatest masterpiece?
I don't like you in here anymore.
You want me to go pee or something?
Well, that's gonna happen regardless.
True.
Oh, I'm gonna splatter some ink on the background.
Okay.
That's too bad. No, I think I'll work the tail in. It's gonna mix in her hair, in her face, probably. I haven't really decided.
Is that in honor of the Queen's Jubilee?
No. Why?
Everything should be in honor of the Queen's Jubilee.
Yes, Queen's Jubilee.
It's your new home, Kimball. Adapt to the culture and get out.
I mean, what does the Queen have to do with mermaids, though?
She has, Kimball, what doesn't she have to do with mermaids?
Kind of everything. Alright, so there's some water that way. Water this way.
Sploosh, splash, I was doing sploosh.
You always make me nervous when you get up there. What's he getting
nervous? I am down. I make you nervous.
Blocking in some color. Is that what you have to say?
I'm wondering if anyone here that's from the UK, have you ridden the Elizabeth line of the Metro line? Train, the Metro, whatever they call it over there. The Underground. I saw, we watched Luke Catlow on Catlow, who's a YouTube dude blogger, and he wrote it, and it looked really cool. And apparently it's going to help the city stay a lot more connected, so that's fun.
I think it goes from east to west now. Just trying to drag some of this darker color over so it doesn't look like totally page, but it is.
Noah says that she needs a kelp necklace.
Well, we'll see.
Do it for Noah. I mean, you already got the teal background, Noah. Okay, don't just calm down.
Yeah, that's water. Alright. Try out some of that. Wash a little brush. Although I just like a titty.
Whoa!
Well,
it's not out of city.
That's where I'm going with this. So
This is a family channel, Kimball.
a tad there. Because it is that color, but now to kind of blur into the background. Maybe I'll just do this. She'll be like coming up out of the water. Or like, coming closer to the camera or something, so her body's kind of pushed back. Just because I'm not letting how that looks. I might just paint over it, I don't know. But for now, I'm gonna rinse all that off. Make sure that's closed up and put back. I'm getting this out. Oh my gosh, I can't even take this with me. I'm gonna have to get rid of my craft one.
Oh. Care package to someone.
But it was gifted to me, which I know.
Just be an Indian giver and give it back to her. But like, I don't even know if that's probably not a good term to use.
Probably, not a term we want to use anymore.
Probably not. I'm sorry, everyone. That's a remnant from my childhood. That's sad, shameful.
Yeah, let's steer clear of that.
You know those like slogans that you like say sometimes? You're like, why was that ever in my vocabulary?
Oh, there was a thing that was showing like 80s commercials, probably before that too. And I was like, really? That was allowed on TV?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, whoa. And like, even now, or even then, they should know, stuff like that. Okay. Anyway, moving on from inappropriate things. It's still right there. We're just blend it out.
It's funny how the color looks slightly, because in here it looks really teal, but when looking on the screen it doesn't look teal. It just looks kind of like sky blue.
The attitude.
I know.
All right, so let's work lightest to darkest. Her skin is super pale. Let's clean this up. Look, somebody was not prepared for today's live. Okay, there's chocolate all over, all over my little towel thing. Let's just rip off a corner. Activate. Oh, these are new ones.
Wait, new ones what?
Well, because I packed the old ones, I wanted to take the new ones with me.
Oh, so it's not like a set you haven't worked with. It's just a new set.
Yeah.
Of something you've already done.
There's just so much more color in this. All right. That's clean enough. Let's get up here. You're coming back to the game later. I need this brush. This needs to go here. And let's mix up a skin tone, which will do pink, touch of yellow. Ooh, that's a neon. Touch of the mystic. Turn it down. More yellow. Probably gonna need a lot more water in this because it's not quite a big skin color. Where are we at with that? Not bad. What do I want? That might work actually. Let's add a little more water to it. Hopefully I'll have enough. Spritz the page just to help it out a little. Alright. Could be brighter. Like a richer.
Sorry, I was trying to sort out scheduling issues with family travel because I was like, I can't wait to see you in July. And they were like, no, next week, right? And I was like, what? And then I double checked the text and no, sure enough, it was not next week. It was supposed to be for July. But, it's all sorted now, hopefully. Unexpected families show up and hang out for a month. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'd be down. I don't know where anyone's going to sleep, but
I'm like, do we have time for that?
You do. Noah thinks that you're going to do a collab with Banksy.
Who told you? I'm reading like a
We don't even know if Kimball is Banksy or not, technically.
I'm not even a fan of Banksy.
Well, that's what Banksy would say.
No. Alright. Slap some skin color down. I'll slap it. Now I need some coffee.
Oh yeah, I have to get through this 32 ounces of coffee so I can move on to the lemonade.
Glad you have bowls.
It's not really lemonade. It's just water with a little lemon juice in it. But if I say lemonade, it tastes sweeter.
It's like lemon sadness. Although when I was a kid, I did drink hot water with lemon in it, and I thought it was so fancy.
And look at you now.
Not fancy. Just adding some pink to the tips of her fingers.
By the way, if you're just joining us, Kimball, this is going to be Kimball's finest achievement in art. So I'm very glad that you could join us this evening. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm like,
And he's drawing art off of these chocolate coins.
I'm really going above and beyond, you can tell. Like, I'm putting so much more effort in than I normally do. Alright, let's try that. Burnt bleeds everywhere. And then I need to make a nice shady color.
Mm.
You need to calm down over there, Rocky.
Sorry, I was thinking about, I'm trying to like...
Why are you talking about 17?
I'm zoning out because I'm thinking about things we still have to do this week.
Like, 17's album came out. Their music video called Hot was freaking amazing.
It was insane. The editing and like the just
transitions.
I can't even tell you guys. Like
The
even if you're not
visuals.
into like K-pop or anything like that, just if you have appreciation for film production and like set design and just costuming, it was so good. Kimball and I, of course, were geeking out about it all. I mean,
Okay, there are people way worse than us.
that's very true.
Like, if you watch people's reactions, it's so funny.
Because there's people on YouTube that actually just react to bands like dropping music videos and albums, and they just react to it. And there's so many people with these just over the top reactions that are just so amusing to watch. We got in a little
Spiral
spiral of watching them.
little rabbit hole of entertainment.
But the whole album is so good. It's 9 songs. Every song is just so awesome. We are so excited for them and us because we get to listen to their music.
True.
And they renewed their contracts for another 7 years, so they are going, and they all unanimously agreed to do it. And since there's 13 of them, I think a lot of people were worried it wasn't going to happen.
Well, I mean, also, like, they all went in and talked to their agency as one group and not individually, which that would be a little intimidating.
I mean, they deserve to be able to do whatever they want to do, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, their company has basically said, like, they saved the company, so that's awesome. I'm glad, like, the company, like, takes good care of them. They take good care of the company. I say this like I know what's going on.
Rammstein. Hey, isn't that Rammstein? Nobody's mentioning Rammstein. I have to look this up again.
Yeah, they sing that one song that starts with a C, and it's a little heavy.
Oh, it's the German band. Yes, I remember this.
Yes. Not going to be playing on this channel.
But Kimball,
Yes, no.
this could be your new.
No.
This could be your.
No.
Okay, well,
Why does it kind of remind me of, hey, you guys?
it reminds me of like, remember Bozo the Clown and Cookie off like back in the day? There was like a TV show out of Chicago, I think.
That's a full no.
I feel like when Cookie took his wig and his makeup off, that's what he looked like.
Oh, that's not a show I watch. She's different colors. This is
See,
exciting.
Cookie, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Listen, I'm in the middle of trying to pretend like I know what I'm doing here. We're adding some shading.
Right? Don't you think? Just real quick.
Oh my
Kimball,
God.
Cookie, Cookie.
Yes, totally.
Okay,
100%.
awesome. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, back to the most amazing thing ever. That you're
Well, it's
buying.
not now because you just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
It's,
much.
it's Cookie's fault.
It's Rocky's fault. Ruined everything.
Yay! Catherine says she's into the HU lately. And now we get to try to make up what HU means because we don't understand. So, Kimball, what do you think HU means? Don't tell us yet. Let's see if we can figure it out. HU.
Oh. Then you're talking about huge undergarments.
No, that's not correct, I don't think. HU. Hiccups?
No.
She's into something underground. Helium underground.
Oh.
Is it the helium underground? I'm committing to helium underground.
I'm just imagining like some heavy metal song, but they're like chipmunk voices.
Definitely. What do you? Oh, it's a Mongolian goth band, so definitely helium underground. I think.
Well, I think you nailed it.
Oh, Tamitha says you are remarkably talented.
Oh, thank you.
I hope I pronounced your name right. Please let me know if I am wrong on that.
How did you pronounce it?
Tamitha.
Tamitha.
Tamatha. Tamatha. Tamitha.
All right, so wait, real quick. She has blue streak in her hair, mostly purple hair. Just letting everyone know where I'm going.
We said it perfectly. Did we sing it perfectly though, or did we say it perfectly? Because let's see. That's
also,
what happens when
I
people
need to
join.
say, it's not smart to have your water on one side and your paints on the other, and like dipping your paintbrush and crossing your thing. Like you don't.
He's
really
talking to you guys. Okay.
Well,
don't stop doing that.
I'm also telling myself I shouldn't be doing it like that, but I am out here. I just know it will upset some people. Me, I'll be fine to work around. But some people, they don't want a big purple blob on their picture. Yeah. We'll start off light, block in some of the color. It's gonna be all dark under this part. Might look darker. And some highlight. Oh my gosh, what's your favorite song on the album? The 17 album?
You're asking me, I'm assuming.
Well, yes.
It's so hard. There's a song called Shadow that I really like. The album gives me 80s vibes, like not that they sound like 80s songs, but there's elements of them that sound 80s, and I'm very into 80s music, or at least like the synths and stuff that were used. So I really appreciate that they did that. I don't know. I have a hard time picking a favorite, but I think I'm just gonna go with that because otherwise I'll just be going in circles.
I know mine's gonna change a lot, but it is probably hot right now. And it's probably because I watched the music video like 20 times, and I've heard that song the most. But also, I do love Darling because it's in English, so it's fun to like sing along. But yeah,
and they're going to be doing more English songs, which is really cool. Most of their songs have English in them already. Is anyone already tired of this conversation? But they're going to commit to doing more full English songs as they feel appropriate for them.
Yeah, they said if it works and if it makes sense for the song, they'll do it in English, but they're not going to force it, which I appreciate. And I do love it. And like the album is all about their fears and just like things that they're concerned about.
It was Andres jelly printing today.
Ooh, I'm so jelly.
And Tamitha says, please be safe on your new adventures in the UK.
Oh, thank you. I mean, we're going to try. We've never been, so we don't really know what we're getting into.
And then WGWCO says...
That sounds like a very important thing. What was that, Spock?
Yes.
Live long and prosper. All right, we're going to go with some darker purple. Maybe I'll add a touch of the inky blue to it, just to be cheap at it. And this part is under.
Noah says he paid $10 to see his pet nerds graduate.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either, but it sounds sweet.
It's like the helium underground.
I need to it's bleeding a little too much for my liking. I just really need to dry the light purple. The dark purple can stay wet, that's fine. All right. And it's very quiet. What's going on over there? I'm so sorry. I was busy painting this amazing painting.
Well, I think you need to eat one of these.
Shut up.
Yes, feed it to you. Great. Maybe you could like glue these on. Kimball, look how pretty they are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna glue chocolate.
Fine.
Oh, I guess I could open it though.
Yeah, you could put the foil.
Oil bubbles, am I right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pour it off really delicately.
Well, that's.
By the way, I just want to say, if you are the person, or if you know the person who came up with the adhesive for the back of the Baltimore City parking stickers that goes on your car window, we need to have a word, okay? Because
it's so annoying.
It makes me sick. It just makes me sick. Like I literally had to get a razor blade in my window today to get it off. I was like, and it's for something I have to change every year. It's like, why would they make it impossible? So
Well, it's not
I put it
impossible
on
if you do it.
packaging tape. I put it on packaging tape and just posted it to my window. It was kind of really painful. I don't know. This is like first world problems, but we're only going to be in the house for 10 days after June starts. And June is when they started enforcing parking in our neighborhood again. And they don't do temporary passes. So I literally had to pay for an entire year of parking for 10 days.
Yay.
I was like, fine, take my money.
Yeah.
And I was like, if this is all I have to worry about, I'm fine.
I mean, it is cheaper than a parking ticket. Or
Yeah.
a tow or whatever they do.
You want me gold ones or no? Like, are you planning on doing anything with this? Or did I just
throwing it away and putting it in my mouth?
fine? No, I peel it off really gently so you can. Oh, it's
no. I know the things we do. Let's see. I don't be too precious with the lines just because I'm going to bring up like this again. Oh, the AC's turning on, so that's exciting because it got hot today.
That's an excerpt from 17's latest hit single, Hot.
I don't know. Okay, let's make sure I still understand. Like, I don't even know if I'm painting the camera right now. That's a lot of dark purpley blues happening down here. It's the less important part of the picture. Really mix it up.
We went into a record store today and we were like, oh, would you guys have a K-pop section? She's like, we have a basket.
She's like, there's like a little basket over there. Literally, it was a little basket. I was like,
and it should have just been called the BTS bin.
I know.
Because the only band they had was BTS. I was like, okay.
I'm like, why are we even here?
Thanks.
This is why we have to go to New York to go to the K-pop shop in Koreatown. And it is worth it. I love how it's like, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna buy the album. And it's not just an album, like it comes out with like a book, photo cards. It's like a whole package and a poster and
anything for the fandom.
It's like they can range anywhere between like $30 and $60, depending on how fancy you want to get. Anyway, so I'm like, Brock, it's only like $30. Let's go. But then we have to pay like tolls and parking.
Whatever.
It's like $200
Kimball
later.
and I, any excuse we can get to go into Manhattan, we'll come up with. Like, if I have like a particularly hard week at work, I'm like, you know what we need to do? We need to go to Manhattan.
Yep. And then we do.
I'm like, what else am I going to spend the money I worked hard for on, if not for parking and tolls?
It's worth it. All right, her hair is blue and not teal.
And before you ask, could you just take the train? Yes, we could, but it's more expensive to ride the train for both of us to go. So we get to take the car, have the freedom of driving around.
Right. It's just more fun.
And I actually enjoy driving in New York so much because it's the city where you can do whatever you want, and no one does. Like you just weave in, out, to and fro.
And when we say you, we mean just random people that drive crazy and we have to dodge.
Yes, but I'm down. It feels like a video game. It's like Survive Manhattan.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I hate driving in Manhattan. I mean, I hate riding in the car in Manhattan, but like, I love walking around.
One of my favorite memories is when we were working there when I worked for IKEA, and we were basically stayed at a hotel in South Manhattan, and then we had our rental car in like a parking garage, maybe 10-minute walk away. So every morning I'd have to get up super early, go grab the car to come pick everyone up. And I remember one of the last days we were there, I had my coworker Steph walk with me, and we got in the parking garage, and I was like, "Hey, Steph," and she's very much like we should always do the right thing type of person. And I was like, "Steph, what if we go down the parking garage the wrong way?" And it's like one of those spiral ones with only one lane.
I would be traumatized.
She was like, "What?" And I was like, "We're doing it." And she was like, she was mortified or horrified the entire time going down this thing. And luckily, no cars came up. I was kind of hoping there would.
Dude, I would have freaked out.
Because it was like barely enough room for this one car to go down. I'll never forget her like being slightly bitter at me the entire way back to the hotel.
Dude, I would have been like clueless, like the freeway. Like, the parking garage.
I think by then she was just like not surprised, but
she's like, "Well, this is Rocky. He'll pay for the ticket if we get one." I could do these things to me. I'm gonna have to like fix her hair a bit because it blends in the background a little too much.
Jenna says she would have been annoyed at me too.
I tell you.
But see, that's the reason I did it.
What? For annoyance?
I have to shake things up every once in a while. It's not like I do it all the time. I think I make everyone's life pretty easy in a lot of ways. So if I have to drive the wrong way down a parking garage thing, that's just what you have to deal with.
All right, I need to make her hair a lot darker than it is on the sticker.
Noah says plants are gross. What?
Plants are.
We wouldn't survive without plants, Noah.
Do
Do you even think teal plants are gross? Cindy says she worked in San Francisco for 10 years. I drove in only a handful of times. Traffic, pedestrians, one-way streets, hills. No thanks.
Oh my god. Nightmare.
Noah thinks plants are like lame pets. What about plants in the forest? Like plants not just inside your house, but outside your house.
Oh, plants that you don't have to take care of.
I mean, it's not not invalidating your opinion on plants.
We're
Noah.
just curious why you're making poor
We're
decisions.
just
in life.
judging.
Exactly.
Not that we own any plants, but
I know I was gonna say we've been watching Luke and Mr. Carrington and Luke and Cat Lou, and they both have loads of houseplants. I'm like, Rocky, are we gonna have to do houseplants? I feel like everyone in the UK has houseplants of some kind, or like patio plants, if they have space.
I have a coworker and friend that has so many plants that I just admire how they're able to keep them and and tend to them, and they all thrive so much.
Yeah,
I'm just not that person.
It's like we've tried and just things don't survive. I'm just kind of softening the line between her hair because it's a little harsh.
I think Noah's just speaking about houseplants specifically, but I don't want to assume.
We don't want to assume anything about Noah
Or anyone.
or anyone about anything ever.
Just a new term instead of being I don't know, just be I don't know.
No.
All right, I got through the 32-ounce coffee. Now I'm on to the lemonade.
Wow, you're like really great. Okay. We can now the whole movie thing's like this. Let's just add dark blue and see what happens. Just some dark blue down here. We'll give like the hint of some structure. I just really don't like it.
Trisha says she's not very good with houseplants because she forgets about them.
Yeah, why don't we talk about houseplants? Like, why don't do we ever have houseplants?
I mean, we have plants outside of our house in the ground, in the front, walkway.
Yeah, those are doing all right.
Fine.
Sprinkle some water on.
I have a
them.
fake, plastic house plant from IKEA. Does that count?
I mean, it's thriving.
It's never looked better. I actually bought another one and put it out in our front planter just to fill in more green space. No one knows. Well, I'm sure they do actually.
Especially when winter hits, they're like, "What the hell's that?"
Noah wants to know how many ounces my bladder is.
I don't answer that.
I have no idea. It's probably the same as everyone else's. I just have to, urinate a lot more, but whatever.
Wow, the things we say.
Make sure to like and subscribe for more quality content from Kimball's Corner.
To get to know a little too much about us.
Kimball, what if I talk like an announcer the entire live?
I'd kick you out.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. I'm not looking at my phone. I'm looking at her. I think she has teal eyes, right? Yeah. Just gonna pull out my ink. I'm gonna just the watercolors over there. A little devil.
Oh, that's risky. Oh, now she looks like. Can we just leave it there for a second?
I think that. You know what? I think she's done.
The best piece Kimball's ever done. That was very amusing. It's called anxiety painting. When you do things that make you really anxious and you have to fix it.
Well, I mean, I knew what I was doing.
Why not everyone else was anxious?
I didn't think they were.
Yes, they were. And well, they practically have highs.
Fine, we're gonna let that dry.
Monica says, "Hi, Kimball."
Oh my gosh, she's so loud today.
I know. She was very
Hello.
excited to see you.
Well, I'm excited to see you too, honey. Welcome.
I'm gonna dump all these on you.
Why aren't you opening more chocolates?
Hey, do you want a chocolate?
I'm working. Okay, I am slaving away over here.
Can I throw it like a frisbee in your mouth?
No.
Since it's a disc?
Because you won't make it into my mouth. Let's.
3, 2, 1.
Vamos. That's also from the album.
Monica says, I haven't caught a live in forevers and evers.
Welcome.
And then she also said hello to me. Hi, Monica.
I'm glad you weren't here and we had awful sound.
Yes, we started the live earlier. And then first of all, it wouldn't start for 2 minutes and we had to restart it again. And then after it came on, we sounded like we were in like some tin tunnel.
So, I'm going to have to redo the description. I think we did the description. I don't know what's up now.
Sounds like work for you to do later.
I know, this whole YouTube thing is getting out of hand. I have a tail, like a little bit of a tail going out that way. Like her body's swooping that way. I like it. Dude, that is really weird.
We'll put her tail coming up, like she's sitting on her bed in an 80s music video with her feet kicked up.
Like the tail here, and then like the bloopers.
Yes.
Nah,
because that's empty space, so that's where it goes. That's how physics works.
I feel like it's just
and the anatomy of a mermaid. It's just wherever it fits.
She's swooping that way now.
It's whatever you want because art.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm gonna paint with my inks and just darken up around. Okay, wet the brush a little bit, just a little color on the end. Try and make those fins stand out. Hopefully they'll look a little see-through.
I'm loving it.
Are you though?
Is that going to get marked by YouTube?
No, I hope not. I really don't know. Apparently, I mean, I've had to restart YouTube like 5 times. Alright. Just making sure that worked out. I should have a little extra water because this is the edge.
I had my first grilled. Noah says grilled cheese, fried plantains, and cholesterol medication, which is weird because I literally just had my first grilled cheese in a year when we were downtown a few hours ago.
That was a thrilling experience.
Coming back home was fun because there was a car accident on the freeway and we literally just sat there. Does anyone else love it when you're on the freeway and there's a car accident and then everyone just takes it upon themselves to drive through the emergency lane and go up front and cut in? I think everyone enjoys that. I think that's a universal. Hey, I want to be friends with that person. They seem like a good person.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. And then they all had to get over and cut in front of us, and everyone else was like, dude, why are you even?
Monica wants to know that if you ever come to California, can you paint a mermaid on her bathroom wall? Pretty please, with yummy snacks on top.
Well, since there's snacks on top. We used to live in California for many, many years.
We did. Fun times. Question mark?
Yeah. I mean, I had fun. Did a lot of extra work.
Oh, so Noah made a grilled cheese, and instead of bread, it was fried plantains as the bread source.
As he is Chef Noah.
Sounds good to me.
Just about done with this whole thing. Right now, her tail stands out a little bit. For some people, like, why is there a weird tree in the background? She's got a lucky pinwheel behind her. Oh my god, Pinwheel, another great song by 17.
Wow, can we just everything we need to talk about is 17 related.
17.
I know I feel like we accurately represented how much we like them, but I don't think everyone really understands.
I don't think you really know. We have listened to 17 for the past 3 years because it comes out an album every like 6 months or so. And
we don't listen to anything else. That is all we listen to. We've
tried.
We have tried to get back into other songs.
Sometimes I can go back to Thai music. I don't know what it is, but like, it's English. I understand it. Turn it off. Just like, I don't know what the deal is. But I've been listening to a lot of 17. A lot.
The other day I was like, Kimball, do you think we're ever going to like stop listening to 17?
And then I slapped
When
him.
is this phase going to end?
It's not a phase. All right, should I go back and put pencils already? Really clean up that face.
Noah says that the sandwich is called a yo-yo. It's a Venezuelan food.
Oh.
But you can find it at Venezuelan trucks. Possibly. If they serve it. I'm assuming that's what he was saying.
gonna do the back side just to relax the paper a little bit.
If you have time, relax.
All right, let's. Ooh, she has a telltale, right? Okay, she's got a telltale. I don't know what's wrong with that. I was thinking about like when people play poker and they have a tail, but just going on with it. I'm not good with words if you haven't noticed. What you doing over there, Rocky?
Just making sure the scheduled time for my mom and my sister to come is correct.
Oh, is it?
Yes. I mean, I think it's all getting sorted.
Hopefully they didn't already book the flights.
They did.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Those are things we want to double check.
Well, it's, people make mistakes, whatever.
They do. That's why we double check. Oh.
We all live busy, hectic lives. Things are going to happen.
Do I live a busy, hectic life?
The proverbial we, okay?
It just sounds like somebody piddling.
Speaking of piddling, I need to get through this 30 months.
Okay,
So
because it's hot. You guys are hot. Okay, shut up, Rocky. I'm busy working on the greatest piece I've ever created in my whole life.
Thank you for getting on board and accepting that's what you're doing.
I'm gonna give her tail some texture with the color Kimball.
Got a tailspin.
So I'm gonna do dark around the edges.
The texture.
Can you just shut up and let me work? Alright, so we're gonna fade it in a little bit, trying to look a little round. And then we're gonna come back. Oh, actually, no, I'll blend. We'll do all this first. Give the tail a little shape before we start adding the scale texture. Which I don't know if it's gonna work very well on this paper, because the paper itself is textured, and I haven't really done it with colored pencils before, but we're learning. Alright. And we just take the dark and we're going to kind of press, and we're going to make little squares.
Noah says his Old Bay was ruined with a manufacturing defect. How can he get a refund? And then Jenna says he threw it away. It doesn't matter. Well, I was going to say you can just take it back to wherever you bought it from. However, speaking of Old Bay, they actually just launched Old Bay in the UK, and it is like in the top 100 items on Amazon that you can buy right now. It's doing so well.
That's exciting.
So that's very cool. And if you don't know about it, it's pretty cool seasoning if you like seafood, or it's good for chicken, all sorts of stuff actually.
You really sold it there.
I'm not really into seafood, so it's hard for me to be like, I love it, but it's literally like people are fanatics about it.
That is
the whole tagline for the campaign last year was like, you don't just like it, because people literally got tattoos. We had a whole thing where you could come in for an entire 2-day period and get I think it was 2 days, and you get a free tattoo of Old Bay, like one of 3 tattoos, and they had tattoo artists giving free tattoos, and we had like so many people came down to get these tattoos. It was insane.
It's funny. I'm gonna get the white colored pencil and give it a sharpen. I can also use paint pens actually, but let's do a soft white pencil first. Give a little edgy highlight.
Monica's asking what the tattoos were of. One was of the Old Bay can, and then one was of a crab, because it's just synonymous with like crab and lobster, things like that. And then the other one was possibly something to do with Maryland, like the flag or something. I can't remember exactly, but it was something along those lines. Let me see if I can find the article.
Why don't you look for that article? I think I'm just gonna add. No, I don't want to do. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I should have done it with paints, because it's like the pencil looks a little harsh. Let's just see if I can. I mean, it's not gonna obviously sink in where the pencil is, but where the pencil isn't, it might sink into the paper a little. Just to soften it all up a little bit. Did absolutely nothing. Yeah.
I have to watch this ad on this thing to find the picture of the tattoos, or the image of it. I have to pause the video apparently.
Okay. I'm gonna take. We're just gonna do some like looser lines around this. Like that sketchy vibe. I mean, she's underwater. You can't see clearly. Yeah, that's fine. And then get a very dirty pencil. Yeah, that's not really working either. It's not worth it. As I keep doing it. It's fine. Alright. There's a tail back there now. Things are happening. We know she's a mermaid. Purple lines for the hair. More of a flowy vibe happening.
I was able to find one image. Good lord.
Just the one solid.
So that was one of them.
Over.
Oh, God. See, you just try to zoom in.
You just
That was
zoom in.
one of them.
That looked quite fresh.
And then one was the can of Old Bay, which looks just like this. There you go. And the other one, I can't remember. I can't find it. We're done with that now.
Yeah, nobody's interested.
No one cares anymore.
I want to get like more of a vibrant blue. I think China blue. Is it hot China blue?
Ooh, Nancy's having a garage sale this weekend. We were just talking about having one.
And then we were like, that sounds like a lot of work. So then we're done then. Copenhagen blue. Let's do Copenhagen blue. That's a thing. Actually, let's do a lighter blue. Where is, like, true blue is good. What's this one? That is true blue. That might be light enough to actually see if it's a nice pigmented blue. Let's add some blue up here just because. Alright, here's the thing.
She's getting there.
Slowly but surely.
Sorry, I just sneezed.
You always get so manly when you sneeze.
It's Ricochet sneezing.
Rick is sneezing.
Bounces off every surface, including my chest. Right, it's just sneezing. It's gross. Gross, heavy.
You nasty.
Scraps Beauty by Zandra says, loving her hair. Do 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 do. Zandra's loving it.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, let's do a focus on her face. Little shadow eyes. Little eye shadow, if you will. Smooth it out with the light. And get the teals for her eyes.
Nancy says, hair is cool. Thumbs up.
Okay, thank you.
And she could be talking about your drawing or just in general.
I mean, hair is pretty cool.
Isn't hair the best?
I love hair. Just work this right out.
We're gonna work this eye out.
Just making it lighter at the bottom.
You can still save the summer if you work this out, Kimball.
I mean, that's what High School Musical 2 tells me.
Nancy says she's a hairdresser, so she would know.
Girl, I believe you know.
Nancy, what kind of shampoo do you think that this mermaid uses? And conditioner, more importantly.
If she has a seborrheic dermatitis.
Definitely tell her to stay away from the hairdryer where she lives. It's really dangerous.
So make yourself like.
I get really tight sometimes, and it
You
comes to me. It just like comes to me.
a lair. You need to know this.
Sometimes Kimball and I get into habits of talking like other people so much that sometimes I'm like, but what are we really like?
We lose ourselves.
Are we that now? Or
I feel like, you know, I want people to think I'm all these things.
it's just like, I think after being together for 24 years, it's like we just have to try new things. Except for music. We only listen to 17.
Well, they've been new for the past 3 years. I mean, they come out with a new album every
True, and there are it's very wide variety. I feel like we're just like a little channel that's like trying to sell 17 on the side. Art plus, you should buy 17's album. Thanks.
I want to go on their world. I want to go to their world tour.
I was like, you want to go on their world tour?
I want to be on their world tour with them.
If I was maybe a groupie for any band,
I mean,
I couldn't afford theirs, but
that is true.
how could anyone afford to be a groupie these days anyway on any band? Like, tickets are so damn expensive. Holy moly.
That's true. Might poke my head in screen just a little bit.
How dare you?
Well, her eyes are super uneven, and I was trying to fix it. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just looking right.
They look fine.
You're fine.
Everyone's eyes are slightly wonky.
Wow. She's underwater, so hers can be like whatever.
I want to write a song called Everyone's Eyes Are Wonky.
Everyone's eyes are wonk.
And we all just say wonk.
Wonk wonk.
She got I wonk, because he got I wonk. Everyone's gonna be like, is he saying I want or I wonk?
You'd be like, yes, both.
And I'll pitch that song to
17.
the Helium Underground.
I mean, that's probably more their vibe. She's got some little lashes. Oh, should have done the inner lashes. I even really like doing inner lashes, but.
How many more minutes do you have? Because I have to gauge how fast I have to drink this. Because my goal was to get through both of them by the time.
I don't know how long this is going to. You can't rush the world's most.
Like, do I have at least 10 minutes?
Probably.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
Definitely not trying to rush anything. We have to take our time and do whatever it takes to get the world's best drawing out, as long as it happens within an hour and a half.
That's true. I can't be bothered to draw.
People need to fall asleep after this game, okay? So can you just wrap it up?
I mean, you just wait. When we move, everyone in the UK is going to be like, oh, thank God, I'm not staying up late. Probably.
Maybe they're like night owls anyway.
I mean, that's very possible.
If it was me, I'd be laying in bed, just like holding my phone up, watching it.
If it was
And
me,
then
I'd be
the minute
like,
it stopped, I'd be like,
if it was me, I'd be like, I'll watch this tomorrow. Why? Because I get so tired. I'm always so bummed because Jane always goes live like around 10 or so our time. And I'm like, Jane, I'm tired. I still watch as much as I can though.
No, it says, for those of you just joining, Count Chocula is drawing a female salmon.
I mean,
Does Noah also think he's up during the week? Or is it? Jenna, can you confirm?
I mean, probably not because I'm eating chocolate and maybe he had a chocolate, thingy.
Noah, how are you?
saved.
How are you feeling about the new house, Noah? That's what I want to know. How are you excited? What are the adjectives you would use to describe your emotions?
I want to know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind. Gray brown. Brown. Do I want reddish brown or no? I feel like a brownie brown. This would be too dark. It's the nostrils. It'll be fine if I do it everywhere. I'll blend it with like a lighter color. So we're gonna do dark in some spots, a little less pressure in other spots.
Art.
Do what you wanna do.
Make it up as you go along.
Basically.
I used to watch In Living Color all the time. I used to record all the episodes that I could because I was just so enamored with Jim Carrey when I was a child.
I never watched it.
Fine! Had Jennifer Lopez on it, Kimball.
Oh my God.
And look at her now.
It's like, what does that mean for me? I don't know. I remember everyone in high school was like, oh my God, Saturday Night is so funny. And I'm like, is it?
Like, Saturday Night Live is a different show.
I know.
Oh, you're just saying in general.
Like
comedy shows.
I just didn't watch all the cool shows when I was a kid. It's like, I guess. I'm going to put a little white on some of my fingers just because the ocean colors kind of took over. I guess it's really just that one. And a little right there, too. Just because the pink looks pretty next to the teal blue water.
You had better fill this in with teal, okay?
I was looking at it, I'm like, when is Rocky going to be like,
Obviously. Well, now it's darker, but whatever. That's better. That's more on the way to the world's greatest painting or drawing or whatever you're doing.
I know, like, the stress level is just up there right now. And we'll add a little bit of this peachy color. Her hand very vibrant. That's fun. Like, don't we just?
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you on that screen. All right. And back to pink. I've got that song stuck in my head. Right. It's just a drawing.
The world's greatest.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I think we can all agree that Rocky thinks this is the world's greatest. I'm kind of here or there.
You're aiming to complete the world's greatest drawing, Kimball. There's no ifs or ands or buts about it.
Oh, with this. Well, as long as there's no pressure, it's fine. Okay. Pink shoulders. Maybe she did go to the surface for a short while. She got a little sun kiss on the shoulders.
Yes, I would assume that that could be harmful.
Well, I mean, we've been laying out in the sun. And what good is it doing us? By laying out in the sun, I mean sitting there, counting the minutes till we can go inside. We're trying to get sun. Why? Why are we?
Does it help our skin?
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's why I'm going out.
I'm just going out to hang out with you.
It's because your body produces a very large amount of vitamin D if you just spend about 5 or 10 minutes in the sun, compared to like even supplements. So that's one reason I'm doing it is for vitamin D, and also it's just because, you know, skin condition, trying to help. The sun can just burn it off me.
Oh, only. Just adding some purple shadows.
For the best piece ever.
Obviously. Make sure her eyebrows up really high so no like weird.
There's no time to be modest, Kimball. This is your time to shine and own it.
Well, it seems like a lot of pressure.
You can be humble next week.
Next week I'll probably cry. Like, this is the last time we're going to be in here. It's going to be very upsetting.
I was like, ta! Is it really going to be next week, though?
Yeah, because we're
not leaving here till the 10th.
Yeah, well.
Let me double check my calendar just to make sure.
Or as some call it, your diary.
So we have next Sunday, the 5th. And then, the 12th is the next Sunday, so we'll be living somewhere else.
Yep. This room will be empty at Kimball's corner.
But the love will remain. I wonder if anyone, you know, the people coming into this room realize that you've lived like so many lives in here.
I mean, it
all
started,
the art that was created.
All started in this room. Right, she's kind of fun. We're loving this.
You would expect that of the world's best illustration.
You know, you would.
Drawing.
You would. Some people may not have. I just want to add some paint to her nose. I'm a little afraid it might look awful.
What's the worst that can happen?
It starts on fire.
And that's probably not likely.
That's true.
Oopsies.
What?
Nothing. It just everything's more obnoxious from the top down. You see all the reflection of like water cooling and stuff like that.
Errors and ways. This I don't know what happened here. Could be chocolate. She was eating chocolate.
She has, you know what? Mole.
Truth. Oh, I think give her freckles. Let's give her freckles. We're deviating now from the freckles. Let's go. She needs like toned down orangey freckles.
Leslie asks.
Right,
Leslie asks.
Oh my God, Leslie, you're very demanding right now.
Are you taking everything to the UK or storing most of the things before you go?
We are taking everything. We're getting rid of a lot of furniture, like bigger stuff, just because the place we're moving to will probably be a lot smaller.
I will say anything we aren't taking, we are getting rid of. We're not leaving anything in the States because we don't necessarily have plans on returning. So
Yeah.
it's like our intention is to make it a permanent change, whether it means we go there and move somewhere else afterwards or whatever. I feel like 40 years in the US was a good time.
It was a good chunk.
It was a good amount of time, and
it was a
now
good run.
we'll spend our twilight years exploring the world.
Twilight years. I spent my twilight years watching Twilight.
I'm not done. Okay.
I'm so
Catherine
sorry.
asks.
Yeah.
Catherine asks.
Sup, Cat? Oh my God, it's demanding.
Are you going live from the UK? Any ideas what time? If so.
Yes, it will be 7 p.m. UK time, so it'll be 2 p.m. Eastern time.
I enjoyed you trying to figure that out mentally for a moment.
Just
It is a 5-hour difference. Although I don't know if it stays a 5-hour difference during daylight savings time or if it changes. Because it might change depending, because I think their savings time is different than ours. I'll have to look into it. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Whatever.
Something gonna happen sometime eventually. All right, we're just gonna I don't know. Let's get sketchy down here.
That is the key indication of the world's best piece.
Yes, we like some sketchy areas. And like, that's not really looking. Where's that? Where are you at?
Noah says maybe give her a little barnacle as a beauty spot.
I don't think so. Oh no, it's this one.
That's what you get for not following
Why don't
down.
I have a spare piece? Where are you? I think I have a spare piece of paper around somewhere. This is too good. What is this one? That's still wrapped. This one is a chain one, but it's a little bit thicker than I want, I think. We could like that. Give her a little twinkle, a little sparkle. I can go fast enough. Ooh, I need to clean it. How about I go?
No, it says, or a brittle star in her hair.
A brittle star.
A brittle star.
I mean, maybe. Okay, look at that. The lesser highlight.
This is a brittle star, Kimball, just so you know.
Oh, I was thinking just like, Star Wars. No. I don't think so.
You're not covering your face.
That's
like alien.
too spidery, creepy vibes to me. It's like ocean spider. We don't agree. Spiders are terrifying to me.
Cindy says that would be 11 a.m. for U.S. West Coast, but they're only 5 hours. UK is only 5 hours ahead of us, right? So if it was 7 p.m. in the UK, it should only be 2 p.m. here, I think.
And then 12, 11, or 1, 12, 11, 10. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds right. Sounds good. Oh, let's do some bubbles. I'm gonna grab my chunkier one.
Cindy says she looked it up. What? Because I've been working with the UK team right now, and every time I have a call with them, it's always I'm 5 hours behind them, or like earlier than them. Right? Am I crazy?
I mean, not just about the time.
It depends on where you're at, because Eastern Standard Time for East Coast, yes, got it. For West Coast, yes, you're right. Sorry, my bad.
Oh no, that is right. So what's the final result?
Well, yeah, if you're on the West Coast, it would be 11 a.m. because it's 3 additional hours, right?
Yeah. Which is cool because like pretty much everyone that watches now can still watch without I mean, it's kind of during work hours for some, but I mean, it's a Sunday night. So a lot of people watch Sunday nights, right? I don't want to outline her white, but I also want to make her brilliant. And this whole vibe down here is just not quite my jam, but like that's where we went with that. That's the end of the part.
Yummy.
Thank you. Is she done?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Because I still have this much to drink, so you have to just keep working on it until I'm done. Don't worry, I'll power through it, Kimball.
Let me just see if I can find something. This will work. Look, I taped it because I'm a responsible adult.
Oh my god, you're so ready for packing and moving.
I have to like open things up and move things around. Oh, I guess I can just use silver. Listen, you pop back into place.
Sandra says, love her heart.
Thank you. Oh, I did it. Listen, you just go back here now. Squirt, squirt. We'll do like the bluish. I'm just getting the bluish. No, we're just gonna go straight up like super white looking silvery color.
Kimball, how many holes do you think we patched in the wall yesterday? If you had to guess.
Around 80. I would say about 30 to 45 just in the stairwell. Worth it. And we worked it. Getting my toothbrush. We're going to splatter some sparkles.
Cindy wants to know what brand that sparkle set is. The shimmer paints.
The Fine Tech Pearlescent.
Cover that face, Kimball. You don't want to cover up her beautiful face with a big sparkle mishap.
Well, now I think.
Is it doing anything? That's the question.
I mean, it's very, very subtle. I can see it when the light hits it right, but I'm going to attempt to put it in the bubbles.
Oh, girl.
I know, right?
Opalescent.
Oh,
Oprah-escent.
I love how I did that Oprah thing.
What if she had like a whole line of paints and one of the paints was Oprah-lescent? And that's like all she could come up with, so she only had one color.
Wow. She's having millions because she's Oprah.
Yes, the Fine Tech Pearlescent set. Is it called Pearlescent?
Yeah, I want to show the cover.
Okay, he's going to show the cover. One moment. Pause. Pearlescent set. And it does not come with the ugly piece of tape. Okay, you have to get that separately.
That's because I put my little strips in there.
Do you want to let that dry out before you seal that?
You tell me what to do?
No. Okay.
No, it's fine because it's as long as it doesn't tip over. Oh, my fingernail. I don't know if you can tell my fingernail is very shiny now from flicking out.
There you go.
But now I have to open up this chocolate coin because I deserve it.
Is that the world's finished? Amazing.
The world's finished. The world's finished. I gotta think. Oh, look, I pulled it off again.
Wait, I gotta finish this last sip.
It's a sticker.
There you go, perfect.
Kind of my collection.
Look at this stuff. Yes, I'm neat.
I got so many stickers with glitter and I don't know. Shiny nails.
Why do I have shiny nails? Is she good? All right, can I take this down, or because I'm doing it?
Well, if you're doing it, then it's happening. All right. The Fine Tech popped open.
Good job, Kimball. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Can we see the piece, please? Thanks.
I didn't
Take a look. Hold it up a bit more. Up right there. You go.
I'm showing the glitter. You can see, especially
Here,
her
let me get
hair.
it closer.
Like the hair, yeah. You can see like there. Oh, it disappears. And it's like, oh, it's on her face.
It's like she's waving at me, not having to do anything. Let's see the
Oh, I could have added it. Ooh. I could have added it to her tail as a little highlight.
Oh, Kimball.
Wow, I never draw her.
Another one for the fridge.
Not this fridge. It's not ours anymore.
Oh God, why?
We will survive without it. It's just a fridge.
Trisha says she was definitely worth waiting for, and then Cindy says, love her.
Thanks, guys. I'm just gonna get this shiny sparkle bits on.
And then Zandra says, so mermazing.
I need to like buzz my face. I was gonna dye my beard like really. This isn't appropriate too close. I was gonna dye my beard dark brown just for funsies because I think I have some dye in the bathroom, and I'm gonna throw it away. And I was like, why didn't I just do that? But I didn't. Good story, I know. That's what I'm
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's definitely yours.
I'm just looking at the camera, not the screen. I'm very pale.
That's fine. No one cares.
That sunshine is really paying off.
I think it's just an
Yes,
exposure.
so she done. I would just like to thank you for being pretty now. Good job, Kimball. You're doing it.
Normally I prompt you. I'm like, is there anything you want to say? But you did it on your own for the first time.
I mean, this is our second to last time in Kimball's Corner in this room. Then it's just going to be
We're
like,
really going to miss it, Vacuum.
I mean, yeah, it's really kind of pooey. I have a lot of my stuff like packed up weird over here to go into like a quick back to me. I have a lot of my stuff packed up weird over here because it has to go into the air cargo, so it gets there faster than the shipment that's going by boat. Because it's going to be like a couple of weeks. So, yeah.
This is what we think caused all the audio issues earlier.
Because he was sitting like right here, and it could have like been echoing out of his cut.
But now I don't think that was it. But I think it was something to do with YouTube being weird. It was YouTube's. YouTube's.
Yes. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out with us. I had a good time.
Well, just because it's one of the last slides, I think you should take a sip of your water from the. It looks really good. It looks like weird absinthe, but like blue.
It's blue raspberry, and I could because Jane's products are non-toxic, but I'm not going to because not recommended. What else? I think that's about it. I have so many chocolate points to get through.
Not a euphemism, I hope.
No, not a euphemism. What else? Oh, I don't know, next week. This room, well, okay, after next week's show, this is all getting tapped up like real quick. And I will have whatever I can fit into this over here. It's my little, whatever art supplies I can pack into this little Jane Danforth pack.
Mhm.
That's what's going with me. That'll keep me going for the next couple of weeks. Up to like a month, probably, before my other stuff gets there.
Gotcha. Just in case you want to know what the camera sounds like when it's zooming, this is it.
Wow. Like and subscribe for camera noises.
All right. Good job, Kimmy. You really did the world's best piece.
I mean, I was going to draw something totally different today.
Can we get a little crybaby action here? Lean forward just a second, okay? And there we go. Perfect. Just a little right in front, now down. Can we just tattoo the single? No, there we go. You're practically Johnny Depp, okay?
I am in no defamation trials, thank you.
Okay. All right, Kimball, give us the sign-off music. Only one left after this.
In this room, there will always be sign-off music.
Okay, good. As long as you commit.
No, I mean, because you're going to make me.
No, yeah, I will.
Look at that beautiful boy. I guess I was talking about him since he's flipping his hair. Uh-oh. All that eating out.
Oh, do I have a little coochie? All right.
So long, farewell, she's got a fat elbow. Circus music, like what's happening? Love you guys. We'll see you next week. Take care.
And now you have to pick a name for her in 2 seconds. Go.
Bye. Tina. Everyone's always Tina.